Welcome to Extreme Connect 2020, live from our virtual world. We have an incredible journey for you to go on with us. Come with me.
Hello. Please welcome from Extreme Networks, Chief Operating Officer Norman Rice.
Welcome everybody to Extreme Connect 2020. This year we have over 10,000 customers and partners that are participating from representing 120 countries around the world. While we'd normally want to be here in person, which we'll be back to next year, we're talking to you live from our virtual environment. We've made a great set of investments from our teams around the world, across our company, to make sure that we're giving you an excellent experience. We think we have a terrific program. With COVID-19, the pandemic, disruption, Extreme's promise of an effortless experience in advancing all of us has never been more critical. Advancing forward during COVID-19, Extreme is adapting and working with you and your organizations in the new normal. This is the new world. So let's hear from a few of our customers who have gone through a lot of different challenges and changes, just to give you some insights how they're adjusting, how they're leveraging the technologies, and how they're meeting these qualities. Yeah, I want to welcome John Allen from Baylor University. Welcome, John. How are you?
Hey, Norm, great. Doing well. I appreciate the opportunity to come and talk today.
COVID-19 hit. You have students back on campus today. Tell us what's going on.
It's been an amazing 6-month journey. As you can imagine, in a very short period of time, in March and April, we went from all in-person classes with just a few graduate classes online to fully online as an institution. We went fully online for the summer as well. And so making sure to have a high quality content delivered to the students during that period of time. And then as we look to the fall and starting in August, we've just gone both in person as well as hybrid, where students may be in the classroom or online at different times throughout the courses, as well as online courses as well. And so that's a pretty dramatic shift of the way that we're delivering classes. And the real key is making sure that Baylor University's high level of teaching is delivered in all those modalities. And so that is one of the big focuses we've had this summer. We've all experienced, whether you're working from home or working from the office, we're all in virtual meetings or accessing collaboration platforms. And nothing is different in the classroom. Whether it be an online classroom or in-person classroom, you're accessing digital resources and collaboration tools constantly. So we're definitely seeing that. For instance, on last week, as we started classes, I think we had over 7,000 sessions of video conference happen during that week with over 80,000 participants.
Hey, one of the topics you and I hit on was, how does this change the outlook for the future?
I think there's been a lot of national conversation in this space. I think if you look at what everybody did in business continuity, when everybody pivoted rapidly, there certainly were places across the country where there were challenges with online, and it wasn't at the quality level that people expected. As you look at campus experiences, it's about more than just being in the classroom. And I think that's the thing that's highlighted more and more. It's about engagement. It's about making sure that if you're in person, you're engaged. If you're online, you're engaged. But those modalities need to deliver regardless. And I think that's the expectation. If you have the name of your institution on a class, on an experience, of an undergraduate experience or graduate experience, it needs to meet that level of quality. And I think that's the piece that we're really all walking away with, is how do you make sure to deliver that level of quality consistently, regardless of modality.
Have a terrific year. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Norm. Appreciate the opportunity to talk.
So I'm very pleased to introduce Sarah and Sean from the Wisconsin Center District, where they just hosted the very first political event that was completely virtual, the DNC, the Democratic National Convention. So welcome, Sarah and Sean.
It has been a turbulent past few months with really high highs and some pretty low lows. We have rescheduled, postponed, or lost over 100 events through the rest of the calendar year and into 21, which has been challenging to figure out how we are going to do what we do with less, and how we as an individual event venue will be able to help build and grow consumer confidence back. Some companies have IT as a support network for their own internal staff, but that's not how it works here. When you're in a convention space, your job is to execute your client's vision beyond their expectations. And clients now are expecting to communicate with their attendees, whether in person or virtually.
The leaps and bounds support that we get using VIQ and the other extenuating tools that are granted to us from our pilot system, it makes my job a lot easier. As Sarah spoke, we can have multiple shows in our venue at any given time, both using our Wi-Fi simultaneously. I am able to track, monitor, and secure all of my customers' devices and offer them a level of experience that they just don't get in other venues.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts and ideas. We really appreciate it. We love having you as a customer, and we look forward to having you at this Connect and then in the future at our in-person events where we can talk and meet up. So it's awesome to see you. Thank you.
Thanks much.
Thank you.
Hey, Bruce, welcome. Just tell us a bit about what happened and how you guys have adjusted to dealing with making sure students can continue to learn and then getting them back in the classrooms.
Oh, absolutely. Let me start off by thanking Extreme for letting me tell my story. A lot of the time, due to our size or our location, we don't always get to say how we do things down here, but it's nice to get to tell it every now and then, so we appreciate that. So we are the very definition of a small rural school, but with that brings some challenges. So when all this hit in the spring, we kind of began this process by looking at our parents. We needed to determine what they would need in order to continue education at home. The resounding answer was that they needed help.
Wow, Bruce, that's really the definition of the digital divide, where people do not have connectivity, which is just amazing to hear. This next story will let everybody know why I said that. So in order to help your community and help the students stay connected when they were learning remotely, provide connectivity to them, you partnered with Extreme and you did something really extreme. Tell us what happened.
Well, we started looking at where our students were and how close they were to the area businesses here in town. We then approached the business to see if they had access and if they were willing to share that access to their students. Many of them had the access and the willingness to share, but they lacked the equipment to broadcast the signal the way we needed it done. And here's where Extreme's equipment and the people really were able to step in and help. And with their help, we were able to expand our access here at school in all directions. And more importantly, we were able to use the new cloud management softwares to go and put access points in each one of these businesses and be able to still manage them like we need and still give our students the access that they want.
I love the partnership, and we're so proud to partner with you now and into the future.
Well, this process and this partnership with Extreme is far from over.
Thanks again, Bruce. Take care.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
And thank you to our customers. What incredible stories that they just shared with us about the challenges that they've seen and how it's impacting their lives and the world around us. None more so than Shady Point School District, a small school in a very rural area. It highlights what's called the digital divide, those between the haves and have-nots in terms of technology and access to technology. Believe it or not, over 50% of the world does not have access to the internet, to connectivity, to resources, information. And we partner with the United Way to help close the digital divide. As an organization, as a group, all of us participating, we can just do a little bit and meet our goal. Our goal that we set for this event and for this program is to raise $25,000. Please join us in participating and making a donation and helping close the digital divide. So let's talk